Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how you can apply spin 3D effect using matrix transformation to a live camera preview in Flutter Android application using Camera X and Media 3 effects. So let's get started. So first I want to make it clear, you need to use at least Flutter 3.32.0 or higher, otherwise you will get lot of Gradle issues when you try to run the application. And second thing, I have written all the camera related or matrix transformation related code via native code which is in Kotlin. I'm not using any third-party library, so I want to make it very clear at the start. I don't want anyone to get disappointed before or after watching this tutorial, so I'm making that very clear at the start of this tutorial. Okay, so I have created a Flutter application. Then what we need to do is we just need to add this .io import. Here is this my camera view.dart file as well. Okay, so here I have this Flutter app. Here I am using this this Flutter app is actually my project name, so you will have to write your own project name over here, and this is my dart file name. So here I have imported material as well as services. Now this is boilerplate code which is present by default when you create a Flutter application. Here I have just refactored this my homepage widget, so it is a stateful widget, and like I said, we are only doing it for Flutter Android, so I am ignoring all other platforms. So if platform is Android, by default camera permission is false. Then we use this method channel for camera permission. Then we use this init state. If platform dot is Android, permission is granted, then we ask for camera permission. Then here we invoke this get camera permission. So same strings which I have used it over here as well as over here, you will have to use the same strings on native Android side as well. Then if the result is true, then we just change the value to true. Okay, and here we have this build method as well, where we have defined a scaffold is permission is granted. Then we just use safe area as well as passing this my camera view, else we just display a text saying that give camera permission. So here this my camera view is this particular file over here. So here we import .io, Flutter material as well as Flutter services. Then here we have the stateful widget. Okay, here we have a method channel of camera view. Here we have string image URL which is empty at the start. Then we have this creation params which is basically used to send data from native Android side, from Flutter side to native Android side, but we are not really using this here. Okay, and if image URL sorry, and let me just check. Okay, just give me a second, I'll just run my application. I'm using Android Studio to run my application because I want to mirror my device as well. You don't need to use Android Studio, you can just directly run using the Flutter run command. Okay, so let's just wait if it's able to detect my device. Okay, so I'll just run this. Okay, let's come back to our code. So once the image is captured, okay, then we display the image using this image.file. Else at the very start we display this Android view which has the camera preview view with the matrix transformation of spin 3D applied to it, as well as a take photo button. Okay, and for all other platform we just define a placeholder. And here you can see we get this on platform view created a callback as well, so we are listening over here to this particular callback. And if the method is sent from native, then we just get this text over here and we assign it to our image URL over here. Okay, then you need to go to the Android folder, you need to go to app, you need to go to build.gradle.kts. here you need to add this dependency block. Here you need to add this camera core, then camera 2, then this camera lifecycle as well, camera view, then Android X camera media 3 effect, which is still in alpha at the time of me recording this video, but if it does become stable by the time you guys watch it, make sure you use the stable version. And then I'm also using this Android X media 3 effect, and lastly I'm using constraint layout. So that all dependency you need. Then you need to go to main Android manifest.xml, and here you need to use this uses feature of camera, then the camera permission, write external storage permission as well as internet permission. Okay, then you need to go to main activity.kt, and here you will have to copy all these imports. Then here you need to write some code. So firstly we write this required permission of camera as well as write external storage. Then here we write this method channel result as well. this method gets called automatically once the user grants the permission. Okay, there was some issue running my application, I'll just rerun it again. Okay, here you can see once the permission is granted, this code will get called, and if the user has granted the permission, we'll return back true, else we return back false. And here we have this all permission granted method. Okay, then here we override this configure Flutter engine. So here we just do Flutter engine dot platform view controller, and here we have this my camera view factory. Again, here I'm using same name what we have defined it on Kotlin side. So I have created a Kotlin file for this my camera view factory, which I will show you shortly. Then here we have this method channel of camera permission as well, and here we just assign the result to our method result. And if the method is get camera permission, then we just request the camera permission, else we say result not implemented. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Now coming back to this my camera view factory class. So this is a boilerplate class. Okay, you will have to just copy paste this package name. You can copy it from your main activity. Rest everything you can just copy paste all this code. There is nothing to understand over here much, because this is boilerplate code which you have to write every time you want to embed a native Android view inside your Flutter application. So yeah, this is all the code there is. Feel free to pause the video and copy the code. And here you can see that we are referencing another Kotlin file called my camera view. Now let me show you guys the output first. Sorry about that, I'm quickly jumping all over the place, but let me show you guys the output. I'll just give the camera permission and it should apply the spin 3D effect. So again, I'm mirroring my device, so the output is little bit laggy, just bear with me. But yeah, this is how the spin 3D effect takes place. Now I can just click on take photo to take the photo, and once it has captured, here you can see this is how the photo looks like. So yeah, hopefully you got the point. Anyways, coming back to our code, so we'll have, so here you can see we are referencing this my camera view file, right, Kotlin file. So you'll have to go create this file. Again, this should be your own package name. So these are all the imports. Again, feel free to pause the video and just copy all these imports that I have. Then here we have defined this class of my camera view. Here is our image capture, here is our process camera provider, here is our constraint layout, here is our preview view as well, and here is our button. Then here we have this method channel as well for sending data back, like the image URL back. Here is our camera executor service, here is our file name format. Then here we define the layout params, assign it to our constraint layout. Then here you can see that we constrain the preview view to all sides of the screen, and from the bottom we leave a margin of 200. Then same for our take photo button as well. That is not a Flutter button, it is a native button. So here you can see we constrain it to the bottom of the screen, assign it some text and background color and all that. We assign it a click listener as well. Here we call setup camera. So inside setup camera we just call start camera. We initialize our camera executor. Then here is our take photo button. Okay, so here we have the take photo method, sorry, not button. And here we just get a hold of our image capture. We define the name of the file using simple date format. Then we use this content value by passing the display name mime type, and if Android version greater than P, we also set the relative path. Then we do image capture dot output file options. Then we just take the picture, we override on error as well as on image saved, and here we invoke a method and we just send the URI of the captured image back to Flutter side with the help of this particular method over here. Okay, then here we override get view to return constraint layout. We override dispose to shut down our camera executor. Here is our start camera method where we define the aspect ratio strategy, the resolution selector, process camera provider future. We add a listener as well. Then we just build our preview. We do image capture dot build. We get hold of our default back camera. We do use case group dot builder, add our preview and image capture use case. Here is our media 3 effect as well, and here we just do matrix transformation factory dot create spin 3D effect. Then we add the media 3 effect to our use case group builder. Then we just bind it to the life cycle. Okay, now here is the main code how to create this spin 3D effect. So for that you will have to create another Kotlin file called matrix transformation factory dot kt. Again, this should be your own package name. Now I am not good at mathematics, so firstly you will have to copy all these imports. Now I have just copied all this code from the documentation itself. So yeah, you can feel free to pause the video. So I don't understand any of all this stuff, but yeah, maybe you can ask ChatGPT for this. but this is how you can apply a spin 3D effect using matrix transformation. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.